Let's play. Developed by Crows. 3 of them. It took 3 to develop this game. Okay. Please choose a screen subtitle English. Oh, please, I can't read anything else. Or not confirm, that works too. Thank you. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? No. And how the computer is barely visible. There we go. Ah. Please. Oops. I did not want to do that. We're just gonna sit here and wait until it's the new minute. Only about 15 more seconds. What is on PM? Nice. Alright. Don't need you anymore. Can be accessed from the main menu. Okay. Oh, this game is gonna break me. I feel I'm too dumb for this. The end is never the end is not. Great.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is that me?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh,
something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Can't move? Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sliding. Wait. Every time I click is a keyboard sound, okay. I'm so confused already.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? Oopsies. I hate Mondays. Garfield works here. Number 1, Dad. Good job. I like work. I just hate my boss. They're probably getting fired. What does that say? I can't read that one. What does that say? I can't read it from it. Mile? Oh, probably smile. That makes more sense. Okay. Probably this way. There's more mugs. No, there's not. Yes, there is. Be my Valentine. Oh. Romantic. Who farted? Not me. Who farted? What's with everyone having... Does that say what I think it says? No, it doesn't. I think it might say fuel. It's kid friendly. What? Oh. Okay. Confused myself already. Am I in the back rooms or something?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now, what if I don't want to? For a second, I forgot which one was left. We're not gonna acknowledge that. I'm gonna go through right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That's exactly why I chose right, because that's a Who Farted mug. This game really wants to know who farted. Anyways. God. This game...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh, can I get a drink? No.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
This game is definitely gonna have an answer to pretty much every choice I make. That's gonna...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh, fuck off. Anyways, before I get rudely interrupted again,
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I'll just leave. Whatever.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
No. I want to go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What is this game? Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Wise words. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty of jumping off of cargo lift, $5,000. Oh. Do I jump? I know I'm probably not supposed to. Oh wait, maybe the cargo lift takes me. Oh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I just saw an open door. Sorry, buddy. I don't even know what your name is. Bro, what the... what?
Now
no.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
But like, oh, I don't. Huh. Okay, I'll listen to him now.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop.
I just realized I'm going in circles.
We would both be so
I
much happier
genuinely
if
thought.
we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, wait, is there another one? What? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Did I win?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I have to do my Duolingo soon. I have to put a pause in this.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
What is this game? I thought it, like... What the fuck is going on? Oh, there's an echo. Am I allowed to... Oh. Probably what, like, fucking shrooms feels like. Probably shouldn't be saying that. Don't do drugs. Stay in school, kid.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay. You're gonna... What if I start going down? Is he gonna say something if I go all the way back down? No. So I have to fall off.
No! Oh.
What if I do it
Thank
again?
God, you lived. You had me. No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
Oh, I'm getting slower.
Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That
Nope,
you'll
I'm
throw
stuck.
yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
We love happiness here. This is a happy place. Holy shit.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I
Yeah,
don't
a
know
little bit.
anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
This is a very interesting game so far. I'm so confused already. Man, wee!
Is it over?
Oh,
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
the end is never the end. Am I supposed to remember? It really just restarted.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, but I'm... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to the meeting room now. It's this way.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Okay,
he
no, I'm
entered
gonna
the
go this
door on
way.
his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
What?
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, but I kind of want to go that way again. But, like, actually follow it. I'm not good with making decisions. Alright, I'll go this way. Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance
what is
section,
this?
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'm going this way. Yo, I'm, like, so confused, but I'm...
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
I'm so confused by...
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Anywho, I'm so confused, but I'm loving it so far.
No,
Okay.
not the right.
This guy's pissing me
Why
off
would
now.
I have ever said it was to the right?
It's gonna be this door.
What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Alright.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
What? Why does it say pirate?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
Oh.
Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Oh, God, again?
And this time, suppose we don't
fire.
wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I'm going back to...
Wait,
Wait.
what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game
Oh
over,
my
completely
God.
fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Wait. What? I don't... I'm gonna go this way. Oh.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we
No.
need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than
I
this.
swear to God, if this
Okay,
guy
let's give it a
fucking
shot.
starts
Why not?
all over it. Bro, okay, what does that say? I don't know. I'm blind.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's been 20 minutes and I'm like, I have no idea what. There's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. What is it go? Watch this game like completely like just close on itself, but like it's still technically a part of the game where like it takes me back to my desktop.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story.
What if I go back?
Here it comes.
Probably not gonna do anything. This is probably a complete waste of time. You know, sometimes I forget I have a webcam right there. And, like I'm like focused into this. I forget y'all are there sometimes. Am I going around in circles?
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Alright. What is this guy's name? I need to find a name for this. What the fuck? Where am I?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Don't.
Is that
please?
correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about
He's gonna
this?
reset the game.
You win!
Oh, I won.
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I wonder what would have happened if I just listened to him at the beginning. There's a line on the floor now. Well,
all right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
they trademarked that. I'm definitely gonna, I'm definitely leaving the path. Oh, we're going this way now. But I'm not. I'm going the normal way. Thank you, Mr. Voice.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh. I guess I have to. This game's like making me question, like second guess myself. I'm just playing solitaire. I haven't looked at, well, they're all the same mug anyways. Not like they're changing.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Okay,
That
I'm
got a bit
hanging.
weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
That is so loud. Okay. That's better. That's not better. I can't even hear myself talk. Okay, that's better. What the what is going on? 7? 007? Stupid fucking James Bond. Probably can't say that either. Copyrighted. I'm going this way. I can't go that way. We're in here. What? Oh.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh,
no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
No.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I've been wandering. And I'm still so lost.
Now, yes,
What?
this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story
Am
to
I going
be?
in circle?
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Alright. Yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay. Don't look at it. It's in the ceiling. Okay. I think we've dodged it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What the fuck happened? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to him now, see what happens, I guess.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Oh!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm going down. I see red light. I am a simple creature.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
It says exit.
Oh,
Is that always
what a
there?
relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and
What
it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Okay,
Did the
is
voice
there
not
something
seem
I have
clever
to
to make
do?
the
I'm
magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
I have a wife?
And my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
That hits deep. I am okay.
Stanley began screaming.
Oh.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. What the business strategy? That's rude. What the fuck am I doing? I said Stanley? I had a cursor for a second, wait.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
So is this like the proper way to go? There's nothing. What? I've been recording for 44 minutes and I'm lost. I don't know what has happened.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What? What? Okay, I'm gonna go this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Wait. No.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, I don't believe him. I'm not dying.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Yes, I am.
and willingly confront his death.
Not happening. Watch. I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna die. Told you. I didn't die.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Office computer. The office. Button sounds. Maintenance room. So wait, did I just fucking beat it? Warzone? Fighting aliens? What? The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. What? What happens when I hit the apartment ending? Oh, there's so many different other endings. How do I get there? How do I get out of here? Huh. I don't want to like look at all these just in case. I don't want to like spoil or anything. But I'm so confused on how to get out of here.
Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you? Stanley pushed the number 6.
So, is there any way to... Am I done? Huh? There's no way already? Well, I did follow everything I was told to do, so... Okay, so wait. Yeah. I'm what? Oh, exit. Man, I'm blind.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
What? Okay. What?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Wait.
But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for...
I did it. Is something supposed to happen?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley...
Yeah, I know this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, well, I'm so confused right now. So I'm gonna call it right there. I will definitely come back to this. Because I think there are more endings that I need to find. I think I found the confusion one and the real one? I don't know, I could be completely wrong. Anyways, I will definitely be back to this. This is something else. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, all that other normal stuff. Do whatever you want, really. Hope you enjoyed. But anyways, goodbye.